Mexican officials say 9 U.S. citizens were killed in an attack in Mexico Monday. 6 of the victims were children. It happened about 100 miles south of the U.S.-Mexico border. The victims lived in a Mormon splinter community based in northern Mexico. Mary Beth Sheridan joins me now from Mexico City. She covers Mexico and Central America for the Washington Post. Mary Beth, thank you very much for being with us. What is the latest that you're hearing from Mexican authorities about these murders?
Well, these were really brutal and surprising murders in many ways. There were 3 vehicles driven by women with children. They were one of the families was going up to the U.S. border to pick up the woman's husband at an airport. The others were going to another community for a wedding. And in apparently 2 separate incidences, they were attacked by gunmen, and one of the vehicles was set ablaze. So it's really been a very shocking case of what appears to be cartel violence in northern Mexico.
Really just horrific. And what do we know, Mary Beth, about the region where this attack happened? Were Mexican authorities aware of any risks or specific threats from the cartel?
I'm told there were no specific threats in recent weeks or months. The community has been threatened in the past. You have a cartel from Chihuahua State and from Sinaloa State. Now the community is near the border, and those two cartels have been fighting. So, and in addition, in that area, the organized crime groups carry out a lot of extortion and kidnapping. So some of these families have been targeted for kidnapping and extortion in the past. But we're told that in this particular case, apparently there was no warning of something like this.
More broadly, Mary Beth, how could this potentially affect U.S.-Mexico relations?
Well, President Trump has urged President Lopez Obrador to crack down on the cartels. He said maybe it's time for a war. He's offered his assistance. That's not the policy of Lopez Obrador, who's a leftist, who's been trying to focus more on social causes of violence. But it will create a certain amount of tension, I think, because the U.S. is going to want to make sure that any of its own citizens are protected. And of course, there'll be communities in the U.S. who will be very angry and frustrated by this. And really, there may be kind of a clamor for Mexico to do more.
And what more do we know about this Mormon splinter group in Mexico? How exactly did the group come to settle there?
Now, they've been there for decades, probably from the early 20s. And this was one of the groups that split off from the main Mormon church in Utah because of wanting to maintain their polygamous traditions at a time when that was really ending. So they've been in Mexico for many years, and they are, many of them are dual U.S.-Mexican citizens. They speak both languages. They have a lot of ties with the United States. But they've maintained these farming communities for many years. They're really quite a traditional settlement.
Well, this is such a horrific, shocking case, as you said. Mary Beth Sheridan, thank you very much for sharing your reporting with us.
Thank you.